Hey, so I'm gonna do a nice Pilates series today, keeping this small Pilates stability ball in between my thighs the whole time. It's gonna stay tucked in nice and tight up by my pubic bone, not by my knees. And it's gonna help me keep my adductor muscles, so my inner thigh muscles working. It's also gonna help activate my pelvic floor, turn on my core a little bit more, and then also just keep that overall pelvic stability as I move. So we're gonna do a couple classic Pilates exercises and then some other more modern movements mixed in. So just grab your ball if you have one. You can do this with a small pillow and find your mat. And let's start to squat. So because the ball is in between the thighs, we're gonna start with the feet parallel hip distance apart, and you can just have your arms long down by your side. Start by standing up nice and tall here and inhale to prepare. Exhale and bring the hips down as you bring the arms forward. Inhale to lift up. Squeeze the glutes on your way up. Tuck the tailbone under a little bit and pull the belly button closer in towards your spine. Keep those shoulder blades down the back and create that tripod of support with your feet here. So you want even pressure on your big toe, pinky toe, and heels. So let's stay lifted here and do a couple calf raises. So we're just gonna lift the heels and lower. Lift and lower. Keep squeezing that ball and continue to think about lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower, and squeeze your glutes every time you lift the heels up. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels back down. Okay, so next we're gonna come down to the mat and we're gonna do hundreds. The ball is gonna stay in between the thighs. So take a seat down on your mat and let your legs go out long. Ball stays tucked in between the thighs. Sit up nice and tall on the sits bones. And we're gonna just roll back to start. So keeping this ball between the thighs is actually gonna help us here with our hip stability as we lower down. So let's actually start with a flat back, and we're gonna hinge back halfway. Really pull the core in, and then you're gonna tuck the tailbone, squeeze the ball, keep the heels pressing down into the ground, and slowly lower the spine all the way down. Arms can come down by your side. So keeping the ball where it is, if you want to modify for the hundreds, just lift your knees, lift your legs up to tabletop and keep your knees bent. I'm gonna have my knees bent for the inhales and I'm gonna extend the legs for the exhales. So you can follow along if you'd like. Lift your head, neck, and chest up, reach your arms out, and we'll inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can, try to keep your legs out the whole time and then lower them down if you can as well. Keep squeezing that ball. 90. Bend the knees, bring the feet down to the ground, lower the head, neck, and chest. Let the legs go out long, and we're gonna roll up a couple times. So finding our long spine here, press the legs down into the mat, squeeze the ball, pull the belly button in, and inhale to prepare. Inhale as you tuck the chin, and then as you start to peel the back off the mat, that's when you want to exhale. And slowly roll all the way up, touch your toes, and get that nice lower back stretch. So the ball is staying secure between my thighs the whole time. And then I'm gonna restack the spine, and I'm going to hinge. I'm gonna kind of progress here on the roll up. So We're gonna keep a flat back. We're gonna hinge down halfway, and then we're gonna tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, and roll all the way back down. And let's do 2 more like that. So inhale, tuck the chin, and start to exhale. Squeeze the ball. Use the lower abs as you come all the way up, touch your toes. Try to bring your head a little bit closer down towards the mat. Restack the spine, tuck the tailbone, and slowly control back down. Last one. Come all the way up and over, getting that spine stretch. Restack the spine. And good job. Let's go into a little bit of a spine twist here. So sit up nice and tall on your sits bones. I gotta move away from the wall so I don't hit it. Let's bring the arms out to a T. And reach up through the crown of the head. You're just gonna inhale to one side. You're only twisting around the sternum. And center, exhale the other direction. Center. Inhale, center, exhale, center. Really twisting, rotating that spine side to side as you stay completely stable here with the legs, the hips, the lower body. Keep squeezing that ball in between the thighs. Keep that pelvic floor lifted. And bring it back down. Okay, so let's go into saw. So same position, but this time we're going to add that forward rotation a little bit. So here we are. And you're going to start by twisting to the right. Again, we're still even on the sits bones, but then we're gonna come forward, and it's like we're sawing with our left hand, we're sawing off our right pinky toe, reaching both arms out long here. Keep the rib cage knitted, pulled in. Lift back up, reset, other side. So every time you saw, you wanna pulse 3 times. So we're gonna twist to the left. Like you're sawing off your left pinky toe with your right hand, you're gonna dip down and rotate the spine down towards your left leg. Lift back up, keeping the arms long, and center. Let's do that a couple more times. So twist to the right, saw off the right pinky toe, pulse 3, 2, 1, center. Twist to the left, saw off the left pinky toe, 3, 2, 1, center. So let's do that again, to the right and saw. So we're getting this nice spinal rotation and flexion here, keeping the belly muscles contracted. Ball is still between the inner thighs, and one more time to the left. Okay. Let's go into the double leg stretch. So lay back down on your mat, ball still tucked in between my inner thighs, and I'm gonna bring my legs to tabletop to start. And I want you to just squeeze yourself into a ball position here, so pulling the knees in, tucking the chin to the chest. You're gonna inhale to prepare. On your exhale, send the arms and the legs out, squeeze the ball. Inhale, pull it back into your ball. So double leg stretch using the ball. Exhale as you expand, inhale as you contract. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it back down. And then just let your knees fall side to side. Windshield wiper the knees a couple times here. And let's see what I have planned next. Okay, so corkscrew. So keep the spine long, arms long down by your side. Lift your legs up to the ceiling. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the legs squeezing in on our Pilates ball. We're gonna inhale and start to lower, send both legs to the right, and then lower both legs down towards the ground. Exhale as we come to the left and lift back up. So we inhale to the right, exhale, bring both legs down and all the way back around. 2 more times here. and then we reverse direction. So try to straighten the legs out a little bit more, but focus more on your abs here. So if you had to pick which one you want to focus on the abs and then the legs when you're doing this exercise. So inhale, exhale down, back up. Inhale to the left, exhale around and back up. 2 more on this side. And this is a modified corkscrew. We would lift the hips off the mat if it was a full corkscrew. And last one, bend the knees and lower the feet back down. Take a quick break and let's do some bridging. So arms are long down by your side and feet are parallel hip distance apart, knees are bent. Keep the ball squeezed. And let's just do a couple hinge bridges. So exhale, lift the hips, squeeze the ball, squeeze the tush. Inhale, tap the hips down. So we're keeping that flat back, neutral spine position. And continue to pull those shoulder blades down the back. Keep the hips lifted. Squeeze the ball, pulsing. First 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down halfway. Lift back up. Pulse 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lift. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway down. Lift. Pulse 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hips lifted. Squeeze nice and tight. And bring that right leg straight out. Keep the hips even. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch left leg out. Hold it. Keep the hips even for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down and articulate the spine 1 vertebrae at a time all the way back down. Now we're going to do a little bit more of an advanced exercise called the jackknife. So keep the ball in between the thighs, arms are long down by your side, and let's just start. Legs are out at a 45-degree angle. We still have our ball, and what you're going to do is you're going to tuck the tailbone, you're going to really scoop with the lower abs, you're going to press into both arms, nice and good pressure in the palms all the way up to the triceps. It's a lot of tricep work here. So I'm pressing. I'm going to tuck my tailbone, use my lower abs, and I'm going to lift my legs up, squeeze the ball, and you want to aim towards trying to get your feet right over your eyes here. Now to modify this, let the legs come down parallel to the ground and keep this position here. Keep the ball squeezing, really, really pull in with the lower belly, and we're going to squeeze this ball here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And very slowly, I want you to try to articulate the spine all the way down. And you'll see the triceps turn on. And then bend the knees and lower the feet back down. So that's kind of a modified jackknife. And let's do one more of those. So press the arms down. Start with the legs out to a 45-degree angle. Use the lower abs. Exhale. Lift the hips up. Hold it. Try to see if you can hold it with your feet right above your head. Really, really pull everything nice and tight into your center and the waist here. And then slowly pulse on the ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Articulate down. And bring the legs back to 45. Bend the knees and lower the feet. Okay, so we're gonna move the ball for a second and we're gonna tuck it underneath our tailbone to do some toe taps. So underneath the tailbone, tag your pants, arms down by your side, and bring the legs to tabletop. Now, if you wanna make this more of a balance challenge, you can lift the arms up off the mat and hold them, but I'm just gonna keep my arms down for today. So legs in tabletop, and we're gonna start with single leg toe taps. So you're hinging at the hips, you're trying to keep this 90-degree bend in the knees, and you're just gonna tap one toe down and lift back up. And tap the right and lift. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Let's go to double toe taps. So both legs at the same time. Inhale on the way down and exhale to lift back up. Inhale, exhale, use the lower abs to lift. 2 more. Now we go into some obliques. So same thing, roll the ankles a little bit. You're gonna tap both toes, but you're gonna tap them to the left side of your mat and then lift back up, and then tap both toes to the right side of your mat and lift. So the ball under the hips here is actually really helpful for people with a tighter lower back because it takes some of the work out of your lower back and out of your hip flexors, and it forces you to use your lower abdominals more. So for anyone with a tight lower back, definitely recommend getting one of these balls. And let's go for 3, 2, 1. Lift back up, lower the feet, lift the hips, take the ball out. And then we are going to do some swans. So come and turn prone onto your stomach and tuck that ball back in between your inner thighs. So move up a little bit here, and let's start by reaching the toes away from you, bending the elbows and placing your hands flat on the mat right underneath your shoulders. As we do our swans here, I want you to go into a little bit of an external rotation with the legs, so heels in, toes out. And as you lift up into your swan, you're gonna squeeze that ball in between your thighs. So take a deep inhale. On your exhale, press into the arms, pull the belly in, lift the head, neck, and chest up, squeeze that ball, reach the crown of your head forward, and lower back down. So inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale to lower. Make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up by your earlobes. Exhale up. Inhale back down. Just find your breath pattern, what works for you, but keep breathing. And let's do 2 more. Find that nice thoracic extension, but keep the abdominal wall pulled in. Okay, last one. And lower back down. We're gonna do a little bit of Superman, so it's kind of like swimming, but we're not gonna really, I guess we can still pedal the legs. So keeping the ball there, let's go into swimming. Up, lift the arms and the legs up. Reach with the fingertips, reach long behind you with all of your 10 toes, and you're just gonna pedal. So keeping that ball secure in between the inner thighs, just start to swim here. Now, create that tunnel underneath your belly button so that the abs stay pulled up. And continue to reach. Find that length all the way down the spinal column. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Let's go into a nice child's pose. Keep the ball where it is. Bring the hips to the heels, reach the arms out long, and you can kind of just let the hips fall side to side a little bit here. Good, let's go into a plank holding the ball in between the thighs. Let's just do a nice 10-second plank where we squeeze every muscle as hard as we possibly can. So bring the legs back, find your plank position, keep the hips down, shoulders back and down, reach through the top of your head, reach your heels back, pull your belly button in. Let's go for 5, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the ball, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I want you to lift the hips, go into your downward facing dog, walk the hands in towards your feet, come up, standing up nice and tall, and keeping the ball where it is, we're just gonna do a nice roll down and we'll be all done. So shoulders back and down, nice little external rotation here. And let's take a deep inhale. Lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, tuck the chin and begin your roll down, articulating one vertebrae at a time, leading with the crown of your head. Let the arms and the head come down nice and heavy here, and keep the belly pulled in. And grab opposite elbows with your hands. Just let the upper body sway side to side here a couple times, sending opposite hip the other direction. And let the arms hang. Circle the head to the right, releasing any tension in the neck, and then circle the head to the left. Make it dramatic. Oh. And then squeeze the ball, pull the belly button in. If you need a soft bend in your knees here, you can do that as well. And then just start to restack the spine. Stand up nice and tall, and then just roll the shoulders back and down, and we are all done.